Then when we did get the rain, it was time for it to head, so it just went to head.
The,
Ours is all pretty decent so far.
good. I second that nomination. I'm not allowed to do that.
This first one is for the superintendent contract, the second
Okay.
one is for that resignation.
Okay.
But they may or may not be needed, but
Okay.
We
Brad
need to
said,
sign that.
oh, yeah, sorry.
Better make sure Tam's not done.
Do I have to word it any differently when they're joining us remotely? Or no?
No, we
Okay.
just might have a verbal yes and no.
Okay.
Brad can do that.
Brad, you about ready here? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to call the meeting to order. Just some housekeeping, I'll do some of the server remote. We'll just, if you would say your name if you make a motion or a second, and then all those ask for yeas, and then I'll ask if there's any nays or abstain, and just say your name, and if you're a no, we'll try to keep that as simple as possible, to make sure everybody gets their voting. So we'll move into the approval of the agenda.
This is Alice, and I would move to approve the agenda.
Okay, any motion, is there a second?
Roger seconds.
Roger seconded.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any noes?
Is Tamara not on?
No, not on yet.
And so we'll move into the budget.
All right. Basically, we wanted to republish the budget to change our adopted general fund budget from $5,868,427 to $6,279,647. And that gives us the budget authority if we need to make any payments to Graduation Alliance once we find out what our appeal of our audit is, which we've been told now, what, Diane? 3 or 4 times now it's gonna be done, and we haven't heard yet.
You still don't know?
Still don't know, no. Matter of fact, I was a little nervous when one day they called, I wasn't here that day, asking Diane for the password to get in, that we'd sent them, May 25th, and this was like last Friday, I believe. So that's a little nerve-wracking. Anything else you'd like to add, Diane?
No, this just gives us the authority to pay Graduation Alliance, so the total of this difference is gonna be put into, if you wanna look at the budget document, on page 5 of the general fund, is gonna be going into the transfers to the virtual education fund. We bumped that up to $2,011 in 2020. I did get the final legal max letter from KSDE. Our appeal is not on there yet. It already shows the cut of $189,000. As I put numbers together with this republication, even with the cut, we should still be in the positive number, which is good. However, I'll share with you next week, our cash balances were going to be reduced significantly from the prior year, our carryover cash. But I don't think we're going to have to take out a contingency reserve fund. That's my goal, but we may have to take a little bit out of there. So I'll know more numbers next week, and hopefully the appeal will be done and they'll say, sorry, you're out, or they'll say, oh, we'll go ahead and give you an adjustment. $189,000 is the maximum of the appeal, or the maximum of the cut. If they allow us so many other credits, so they say, okay, we're going to approve this many credits, the cut could only be maybe like 89,000 or 100,000. I mean, but that's the total worst case scenario. So I keep my fingers crossed, and I've been working with KSDE and Sarah Barnes, and she's been helping me through this. So hopefully
We asked for it,
we'll be in the positive.
and they take it away when they want, right?
Do they have a deadline? Like, is when they have to have it?
That
Tell
appeal,
us, yeah.
I tell you what, Dalton, I've never appealed their results before. This is the very first time we've ever appealed their findings. So I don't know how long it takes, but I can't help but think it's got to be done by the end of this fiscal year, June 30th. Because we've got to move forward to the new year. We've got to know our cash balances. We've got to know what we're going to carry over. So I can't help but think we're going to know hopefully this week or the first of next, for sure. By next Wednesday, when we have our year-end meeting and close out all the books and our transfers, I hopefully we'll know then, for sure. We better. Any questions?
If not, then I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Chad will make a motion.
The motion is for second?
Allison will second.
I think Josh seconded.
Yeah. Perfect. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And any opposed or abstained? Motion passed.
Yeah, I'll shoot you one that says admit, so.
Good. So the next is the executive session. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know if we need it to talk about the superintendent's contract, non-elected personnel. If someone feels like we do, then we can certainly do that.
It's on the agenda just in case we need it, so if you don't, you can just table that.
Good. Then we can move on to the board approval of the superintendent's contract for Bill Howard. Any questions, comments, or action from the board?
Roger moves to approve.
Roger made a motion to approve Bill Lowry.
Chad will second.
Chad seconded.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any noes or abstentions?
Is that for intern or for the superintendent?
Interim.
Interim.
Okay.
And then the board approval for the Education First Consulting Agreement. I believe those should have been on everybody's packet.
I don't think you need it.
I wanted to see it. I might do it one day.
It's pretty harmless, puts everything on himself. No expenses, no computer, no nothing.
We had a conversation, and he's coming into the office on Friday to visit with Bobby and myself. So the contract for him, the $50,000 is for 1 year, and then this consulting agreement will be like on a monthly payment to him. He's declining any benefits or anything like that, no health insurance, no personal leave, no sick leave, nothing like that. So he's opting out of any of that. I just have a few questions for him when he gets here, and we'll have like a 1099 for this consulting agreement. He'll fill out a W-9 for tax purposes for him and for his business. It's basically a vendor. We'll set him up as a vendor.
Chad will make a motion to approve the Education First Consulting Agreement.
Roger seconds.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed or abstained?
She's just getting on now. Now she's on.
Is she voting? I didn't put six. I've got six.
Motion passes.
She didn't vote on that.
Okay.
Hello, Tamara. There she is. Oops, I can't hear you.
All right, so the next one is the executive executive session for non-elected personnel. I'm assuming that we need this one, Mr. Clark?
We can, yes, I can give you, kind of fill you in on what's going on there. I would say it's no more than 5 minutes at the most.
Would someone like to make that motion?
Tamara, do you want me to? I can't hear.
We can't
Okay.
hear you, Tamara, still. Sorry.
She's nodding yes.
Yes, she said yes.
This is Allison. Mr. President, I move that the board go into executive session pursuant to the Kansas Open Meetings Act to discuss confidential personnel matters related to non-elected personnel as they relate to an employee's contract and resignation, and that we return to open session in this room at 9:20 with Mr. Clark and Mr. Sherman in attendance.
There's a motion, is there some?
Chad seconds.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
I think I heard you there, Tamara.
No, 0%. Yeah. Motion passes. second open session. Is there any action from the board for the approval of the resignation?
Roger moves.
The motion, is there a second?
Chad will second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed or abstained? Good, motion passes.
It's on the agenda. Did you not get an agenda?
And I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. This is Allison.
Motion, is there a second?
I'll second. Josh?
Motion and second, all in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed or abstained? Motion passes. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.